参った。泣けか。
ありえねえ、食事と会話の真っ最中に。しかも続きを噛み始めたぞ。
Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This week we're going to be diving into some ranked gameplay with the Crocodile deck. I am prepping for the regionals coming up in March, so I'm just trying to knock out some games, really get honed in on this Crocodile deck, make sure that I understand all the lines, and that I am trying to start learning the matchups. Yeah, I mean, I guess just going over some of the updates I've made since the last list that I showed you. I'm running 3 Mr. 4s, 2 Mr. 9s now, and no Mr. 5, the other blocker. There's probably room for a single Mr. 5 just as a kind of in a pinch need to get some cards drawn thing. But I think that he's been the one that I look for the least. And Mr. 4 is also summonable off of Bonney in pinch. So I've been liking Mr. 4 a lot more just for the Miss All Sunday stuff that I can do, because then you can still use your Crocodile ability on Crocodile to freeze something and then play Miss All Sunday to get a Mr. 4. Which, if you were reliant on a Mr. 5, you would need to use your Crocodile ability on the Bonney off of Miss All Sunday. So I feel like this is a pretty important change. Other cards that I've switched around, I shaved one of each of these 2Ks for the Mr. 9s. I found that these ones are generally stronger, but just having access to a couple extra cards that I could summon off of a Bonney in a pinch seemed like a good idea. Other card that I am still undecided about right now is Patchwork, which is very strong, but is also, every time I feel like I'm really breaking with the deck, it's because I have too many of these in hand. So unsure if their correct number is 4, or if I just need to find better times to play them, but still working on that. So let us hop into some games. All right, this is a pretty classic one for this point in the meta. We have the yellow Luffy. They've opted to go first. I think we're in a pretty good spot here. We have the Bonney for early pressure on their characters, although we can't fall too far behind on the life game, so we need to pay attention to that. Lilith, that's fine. Oh, perfect. We found the what's it called as well? The Disappointed as well. Here, we just pick up Bonney, Disappointed, grab the Crocodile, and pass the turn. We're set up for the next 2 turns to just play Bonneys. A 5 here. I think I will get... No, I should take this first one. This is, I think, an aggressive enough matchup to where I don't think I can afford that one. It also gets us a double finger in the yard here. This one we will counter, though. Giving up the Miss Wednesday for future value off of maybe some All Sundays. Perfect on time there. 2 here. And then we go 5 at life. If they hit a trigger, then we will attempt to... Okay, they just get a search trigger, in which case we will go with Miss Double Finger off of this first Bonney. Choose enemy character 0, and then we'll get the Zala and pass the turn here. 5 Dawn, they won't be able to use Nami here because it won't be able to reach high enough. Kikunojo, definitely one we want to out if we can. 6k we counter so that we can stay above the right number. Now we're going to do another Bonney here. Mill 2 cards, bring back you. Let's go 6 at you. Okay, we get it. They do not gain any life. Next we go a 5 because we have to keep up in tempo. Let's go a 7. If they hit a trigger here, it's a little unfortunate, but there's not a whole bunch we can do. They do not hit it, so we get out. Here, I think I'm going to take another Croc, setting up for the end game here. Ground Death might be a correct call at this point. Yeah, I actually think I am going to use this Ground Death here because I don't know that I'm going to have time to use it necessarily. Let's just keep going at face here. We're ahead right now in the board by a pretty nice margin. Okay, they gave me 2 cards for that. I like that. Another 6 here. And then we'll play the All Sunday out. I think I'd play the All Sunday out now. Getting you and a Wednesday. We will try to 20 cards to see, do we have a Mr. 5 in here? Or a Mr. 1, I should say. It does not look like we do, so we will mill 2 cards. We unfortunately do not hit. I think I will just go for more threat. Then we can go a 7 at lead. They're going to be on 9 next turn, so the coming Bonney is probably there. But we can deal with the Bonney. Okay, Kuma, super manageable here still. We can even probably KO this Robin and still get some life out of them here. 8. Unfortunately, we will have to take this one. Yeah, that's fine. I have no problem with that. And then a 6 at life we will take. No trigger here. Okay. The crocodile's coming out, I guess if we do manage to out this, all right, so let's invest 1 Dawn into it then. They should let it go at this point. Okay, they give me that. I think it's correct to just do this. If they have an extra 1k, then we just get to double lock up with Croc, and we are in a great spot. Here we go, face. Take Sanji, but they have nothing to discard. That's a misplay by our opponent. It's unfortunate. And we KO you, discarding. You do not mill. Discard, freeze both of your guys. You just have the leader left. We're in a great spot here. Bonney still is a threat, but we do have the second Crocs to kind of work around it. Giving some minus, they're going to go at one of our board here. The Miss Doublefinger, it appears. 11 at face. All right. This, can we just get there? I think we can. I think this is just math. Because they take this, they probably trigger. Leader goes to 7, and then we get to swing a 7. Take this. Then we get to do a 9. If they have a blocker in life, then that can get us. Bonney, rest, nothing, because we have the double things. We go 9. And then we can go with the rest. And then, yeah, we get there. So, we got there through a lot of good board control. We're a little lucky they didn't see the Bonney. But I do think that even with the Bonney, it would have been a little closer, but I do think we would have just locked it up behind the crocodiles, which probably would have worked pretty well in our favor in the end. So another good game. Let's hop into another one. Oh, we have another Boa. They've opted to go second here. Yeah, I think this is probably fine. We're going to keep this. We are in an unfortunate spot here. I guess we're going to grab this all Sunday to set up for the ideal curve later. Disappointed, hopefully sets us up for the turn 5 play. Yeah, there's the Gorgon sisters, unfortunately. Although realistically, if I can't... Yeah, I think we just have to jam here. Because they're going to want to take this. This is one of the only times I'm going to get a good chance at this. I think we're going to need that. Swing. Yep, it was the Gorgon sisters. They always seem to have it. They have 8 copies, so it's a pretty high probability that they draw it. We do not have a Mr. 1 in the yard for next turn. We do have one in hand, though, which we'll have to use with our what's it called? What's it called? Let's give the bait. Miss Valentine on board. Let's see how they play it. We're just going 8 here. Yeah, we will take, unfortunately. Yeah, we will use this trigger effect, though. Let's grab a second Croc. Yeah, I think we just have to ignore the problem here. We just have to act like that's not a problem. They do not hit a trigger. Let's just play out double finger and pass to our opponent. We'll see if this is the right way to play this. This is such a hard deck to play around. This Gorgon Sisters gets them so much value. Ooh, and Akuma. That's unfortunate. They do not have Dawn attached, though, so this is our turn to get rid of this. Oh, no, they do. They will have Dawn attached. 2K and 2 bricks. Okay, so that we know they have at least 2 bricks. Useful information here. A 6. Looks like we have to take this one. Okay, we got a 2K for the second one, though. 2K. Yep, I think we are still on the Just Go Face train. Do we have Mr. 2s in the yard? We do not, so we're going to just end up getting Mr. 4. And unfortunately, we haven't gotten one of these. Oh, we can get the Miss Valentine into the yard with leader ability here, because we won't be using it. Minus here, mill 2 cards. Do we find a Mr. 2? It doesn't matter if we found a Mr. 2. Let's just go 5. We're just gonna keep pushing forward. There's no stop on this aggro train here. Do they get another trigger? Thinking about it. Rayleigh. Ah, great. That's unfortunate that they hit that. This and this. Grabbing another 2K and pass back. We have to get pretty aggressive with these counters here. Because they will be able to get ahead of us pretty quick here. Just on 8 though, and they only have 2 life, so we are going to get to exert some pretty good pressure this turn. Boa's bit unfortunate. This is such a strong card in this Boa deck because you can't really play around it the way you'd like to. I guess we can maybe Dazbones it and just keep going at face. Or Ground Death it. Yeah, maybe Ground Death is the correct call here. That's one of their... So they have 2K, 2K. Confirm the revealed cards. All of your characters, yeah. That's silly that it does that. All of your characters, this card, feels a little out of kilter with the play of the game. Yeah, I think we're just going 5s, or 5, 8. Ran lets them do another one. A 7, 7, 8 here. Let's counter out of the first one. 1, 2. Block. Grabbing a 2K And then unfortunately we do have to take the 8. No block. Alright. We're gonna freeze some of their guys. I think we just gotta keep plunking at face. Their board is almost full, so these triggers stop being as dangerous at this point. And then we freeze the Gorgon Sisters and the Kuma. Let's see here. 9. Yeah, just keep going face. I don't think there's anything else to do here. They are gonna get that one. Gonna do Croc here. Let's do minus on the Rand just in case we find the we're not gonna mill here. Trashing the Disappointed. This one, I guess. We do not find the extra card. And again, I do this wrong every time. Every time I overthink it. I should be minusing on the rested one so that I can, and then freezing the other one. Here we just hold up the ground death. The 9-drop boa is almost certainly coming down right now. Again, we just have to keep pressure up. We have them on 2 life. Unfortunately, they're going to have us on... Well, they're going to be on 3 life. Yep, there it is. Not a surprise here. We can freeze these 2. 5 as a counter. 7 is 2k, 1k. I don't think it's right to even try to go at board here. Yeah, I think it's just keep going. This is unfortunate matchup, I feel like. I don't know the right way to play around this. Because you can't full star very well because of the boas. Marguerite replacing a card, drawing a card off of lead. See what they get off of the Marguerite. They get a femur. Unfortunate they get a femur here. 10 here. We're gonna have to freeze both of their warlords. The minus should go on the Rand just in case. We are going to not mill, discard a 1k. You can't attack, and then you can't attack. We do not hit that. All right, 15 coming in. 15 and 3 5s. Or 16 and 3 6s. No, because these will all be attached. The femur probably gets there. I might have enough, but I don't think so. We have 3 2Ks, 4. Interesting what they're going to here. They're going with the pudding. Pudding femur should be wrapped up, I think. Because they have this Gorgon Sisters, they get to attach all of their Dawn anyways. Yeah, pudding femur at this point is really rough to deal with. 2 femurs and a boa, so they have nothing else going on in hand. This would be so easy to finish up on the following turn, but we won't get the opportunity. Unfortunate how this one shakes out. This is going to be a common matchup to see at regional, so it's unfortunate to have this one be a rough one, but it is what it is. 7, 2, 1. Femur. Doesn't make a bit of difference. I don't know why they're using femur. 9k here. we'll do this and resolve it. Unfortunate. Yeah, they didn't have much in the tank. So I need to think on this one. This is a tough matchup. Alright, final one we're here is against Dofi. This is one that I really need to figure out the matchup for. I think I've seen that it is better going first here, so I'm going to take first. I don't think the double patchwork is correct to keep here. Yeah, deploy, grabbing. I think the Miss All Sunday is the correct card to grab here. And I think we are going to want to, if possible, counter an early one. Sugar is a great one for us because this Valentine will get value, whereas we might not have gotten it otherwise. They find another sugar. Let's just go 5 here. If they want to redirect, they can. Here, I think, do I want to swing into their face? I'm actually gonna try not. Make them use a Dawn to redirect into their face. Let him go, or let Miss Valentine go. Another sugar here. Opponent has 6 more Dawn on their field, which I do not, which is great. Which means we can probably go at this here. Mill 2. We did not hit one, but we will play one out of hand. And then I think we go 5 here. And we hold up this Dazbones. Probably going to redirect, in which case we get to use our Dazbones to clear it. This is the correct way, I think, to do this. And we will pass there. Got that out of the way early. They have not gotten any good value out of these things. Search here, plus a Virgo. We can swing at this Virgo pretty effectively. I will take here. Because the let's see, do we have... We do not have a Miss Wednesday, unfortunately. We might... what is the correct way to play this? I think it now might... Is it now the time to go at face? Let's go here first. I don't think that there's any other angle we need there. I feel like we have to play this out. You. Off of the search, let's grab the 2K. Let's Dawn minus here. Mill 2 cards. Oh, we do find the Zala. That's great. And then let's just swing here. Eventually, we're going to have to punch through their cards here. Sugar here. Unfortunately, the sugar is now active. 7. How are they going to play it? They're going to go an 8 at 6 and a 4. Yep, he is fine to let go. And then 6 left. An 8 at face. We don't have enough 2Ks. Oh, we do. We do have 2 2Ks. Let's give 2 2Ks here. Let's just test the waters. Try to clear this guy out. Okay. Let's go an 8 at him then. Because they want to redirect into this, I feel like. Okay, so they're not going to do the redirects. Interesting. I think it is probably just correct to play out Croc. KO him. Getting rid of one of these Dazbones. I will mill 2 Dazbones. You can't attack. I'm using that for the draw. And then I'm just going to pass here. They can only use this leader ability once per turn, so if I just don't let them do it, then I think we're in a decent spot here. A 10 there. We give 2k, 1k, 1k here, I think. No block. 2k, 1k, 1k. All right, now we attack. Attack. We're just going to keep escalating these attacks here. And then a 10. This one they should redirect, yes. And then we just freeze both Virgos? Yeah, I think that's correct. Freeze you. Minus here. Don't mill. Let's drop the patchwork. Do another one here, and we'll pass the turn here. They only have the 2 attacks. If we lose the... That's an easy counter here. 7 again. That's another easy counter here. They only have 7 left. They can't clear my board, and I have a bunch of big attacks on my turn here. They are going to gain the life, so let's first look for a... disappointed. We're going to keep looking for... We do not find it, but we were looking for a ground death. So here we just do 5. All right, so they give us a 2k for that. Useful information. Let's go with a 7. That's 2 cards at least. Nora Beam Sword. Unfortunate. It's going to tap down one of our crocodiles here. And then a 2k. Let's go a 9. One of these is going to have to eat a baby 5 here. Actually, now I don't swing further. Minus here. Oh, I needed to play out that first. We're not going to mill. We're going to trash you, unfortunately. And then I think we just pass here. Okay, yeah, they're not going to be able to kill us. No block. They're going to get rid of one of our bodies here. They can get rid of both. We have big swings coming in, though. Yep, they get that one. They have to swing an 8 with lead. And then are they holding up another Nora Beam Sword? Guess we just do a Valentine 5 to start us off next turn. Gets an extra card. Well, no, not a Valentine 5. Okay, blocker here. Ooh, this is great. We can find the ground death. Great. So against the ground death, we want to use it on the baby 5. And then, yeah, they're tapped out here. So we're going to use ground death against the baby 5 here. And then let's go a 7. This gets at least 2 cards out, or it gets the block out. Okay, they get 3 cards out. Then 12-12. Yep, 12-12 is correct here. This will get the block. And then this one gets, I should go at Virgo for 12. No, we should go at face for 12. They have to block here. And then we pass back. Unfortunately, these Crocs can be gotten rid of now. But these Valentines, let's see here. 10. We do not have anything to trash. Fortunate here. Dang, this matchup is just rough. Let's see how they play it. Another sugar. Sugar's an easy one to swing here. They're getting a Dellinger. Are they going to play out the Dellinger? No, I don't think they will. Miss Wednesday, that's fine. Another Ground Death. Is that good enough? Ground Death. Yeah, let's go with the Ground Death. Use card action, nullify. So they don't get a heal off of this. 1, 2, 3. Let's just go with some 5s here. Unfortunate that we're going to have to do this. 1, 2, 3. They haven't played out very many of their top end cards, so they may be pretty well bricked up here. Nornora Beam Sword. I don't know if it can rest lead. Okay, and then we have to go with the 6. At face, yeah, we have to go at face here. And pass. They, unfortunately, I think this does, the leader ability here does lock it up. We have to freeze their stuff on my turn. Yeah, that's fine. Take these 2. We have to double freeze here. Patchwork. Triple freeze. That doesn't make a difference. So we will use the trigger. Oh, I hit 0 cards. I wasn't paying enough attention, so I hit 0 cards. This matchup, I just don't know how to play this matchup. It is perplexing to me. What is the right angle? All right, this is an interesting one here. We have the yellow Bonney. Here, they've opted to go second. I think this is good. Double Searcher will help a lot in getting there. Bone Clay is a great card to find here. We do need to find a 5-drop to put in with it. I guess we can also just play it out and use it for a swing. Lilith, finding. They're going to be looking for the yellow bunnies. Tough to deal with. Okay, 2K. Let's swing here first. Just make sure they're not playing the... Okay, so I was trying to play around the idea of them having... what's it called? The Thriller Bark package. And if they could get a guy out rested, then I'd be able to swing at it here. Let's start with 2K here. And pass the turn. Holding on to this Valentine for a bit. Do we have a second one in trash? We do not. So we do need to be aware of that. I probably should have trashed it. This is going to be an 8. No, just a 7. Okay, 7 we can counter out of. No block. 2 2Ks. Yes, that is correct. Do we have a... Yes, we do have a Mr. 1, so we get to do this. Miltu, sure. You. Let's swing at you for 4. 4, 6. Gotta keep going. A little more. And then let's go another 6 at it. I think that is correct. Yeah, great. Got a bunch of cards out of them there and denied them the ability to refill. Next turn, we're going to play out Miss All Sunday. We do not have a second. So that, ooh, they're discarding yet another card. That's great. Can't attack, that's fine. We will just use him for later. 8 here. This one we will have to take. Oh, they're going to swing at him. Well, then I just let him go. And now I can bring him back off of Miss All Sunday. So let's first go with a 5. Do we have a double finger? Probably want the double finger, actually. You, for you, and you. Sure, mill 2 cards. Do we bring that back? No, let's not worry about that one. Let's get back a double finger and pass. Still on 5 life is a great spot to be at. And we have 3 good attacker, well, 3 attacks that we can push on our opponent next turn. If they have, okay, so we still might see the, okay, there's at least one Bonney. We still could see into another. Kikunojo's fine. We are probably going to be in Kikunojo range here to where it won't be easy to 8. Yeah, let's take this one. They go 7. I think we can counter out of that pretty comfortably. 8. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to counter here. We have the ground deaths, and we're just gonna, yeah, absent anything else, we just get big swings here. 7k here. Okay, they hit the trigger. They took, and then did a draw 2, trash 1. So maybe we do a 9. And then another 9 maybe? Maybe a 7 and a 9 would have been better. I'm not sure what the correct math on this is. I'm trying to just push them as low as we can here. We'll probably just go 11 now that I'm looking at this. Yeah, now we can just go 11 at this boa. Cleared off the board. We have 2 ground deaths to protect our stuff from the Bonney. Gonna go a 7 at me. I will take that one. Not triggering it because this is way we freeze Bonney. Take that one. Go 7 here. And then they just have a 10 left, which we can get out of either of those 2. So let's give 2k, 1k. If they go at face, I let it go, and then we will go around death to protect Miss All Sunday, and they pack it in. So I think we did pretty good there. Going first worked out for us. But yeah, let's go back to discuss the deck list. All right, so looking at the deck list here, I'm pretty happy with the way the deck list worked out. I need to figure out the Boa matchup. I think that is a gameplay matchup. I think obviously yellow is always going to have those high roll things, which I can't beat, so I have to be able to identify when they're high rolling versus when they're not. But Boa feels like a matchup I still need to learn. Dofi, I just need to look up a guide on how to beat Dofi. It should be favored for me. I just have not figured it out. And I don't know if it's just poor luck or poor play patterns. I'm really unsure as to the correct way to play against it. But yeah, maybe I just need to be finding all of my Crocs. Whatever the deal, I need to do some research into how to beat Dofi. Yeah, so far I do like the more babes. It makes this Miss All Sunday feel a lot more flexible. Being kind of pigeonholed into always getting Bentham means you have to save your leader ability for him. Being able to play out these ones really helps. There is a world where maybe I shave one more of the... oh, and actually now that I'm looking at it, I forgot to save after my previous, when I started my explanation. So I was running the 4-2 that whole time, not the 3-3. I think I do want to do that. So let me go do that and save it so it's locked in. All right. But what I was trying to say is I think I might want to shave one of these and maybe introduce one of the other 4-drops into the deck. Although I guess maybe the good 4-drops don't come out until EB03. I think there's a good double finger that I can play at that point. Otherwise, this deck feels pretty good. And we'll just have to fine tune it here. I'm gonna have to go look up some guides. I'll let you know what I find. Maybe somebody else has got some good matchups, or if you watching this video have gotten this far and you're a Croc expert, what do you do against Purple Dofi? I feel like there's something I'm significantly missing on it, and I'm just really unsure what it is at this point. I understand kind of the logistics of playing around it. They are just playing out big enough bodies to where it's just really inefficient to play, at least in the ways that I know to play around the Okama Way style ability. So maybe somebody in the comments, or I'll go find a guide on how to beat Dofi. But that'll wrap it up for this first episode of kind of going through the sim and trying to grind out some practice for the regionals. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next video.